Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of the Forgotten Classics, a series of older games that were played several years ago already by some of the very best players of the game, some absolute legends, like here today, playing in the blue, Borsty, also known as Borstasar, who has been playing, or he has returned to the game in probably around 5 years ago, together with these other players here. And Borstasar today is playing on the what is he playing? Playing as the Franks, and he is allied with Jordan 23, one of the best players in the world, German legend, playing as the Vikings in the yellow, not far away from his ally Borsty. And they are facing today Hellblazer in the red. Hellblazer, probably a Smurf account of the player Food Please, who usually chooses the color red. And he is playing as the Franks, so that he might go for some knights later on. And Gummibaer, his ally, in the green, also playing as the Vikings. So we have a mirror stiff matchup. We have Gummibaer in the south as the Vikings, facing his opponent Borsty as the Franks, and to the north we have Jordan 23 as the Vikings, facing the Franks in Hellblazer, or Food Please as I shall call him. Now let's speed up the game a little bit as far as we can. There's not much is going on in this early stage of the game. A lot of turkeys for Hellblazer, for Jordan 23. In fact, all players have found a lot of turkeys. Now this is of course the map Yucatan, and there's a lot more turkeys and hunt and even berries than on other maps. Looking at the players' maps, Borstasar is lucky to have two berries very close to his TC. They will be taken safely. He has a main gold and a main stone forward that could be easily attacked by Gummibaer. He has another gold more to the back that could be if he walls here or here to his TC, that could be very safe, and the back gold as well to the very east of the map, an extra stone. So Gummibaer's map, sorry, Borstasar's map, looking good as long as he manages to get these walls up. Maybe a wall here, another wall here, and one to the south. So with just 3 pieces of wall, his side of the map could be safe. Now, of course, the same goes for Gummibaer, who could put up these walls in the exact same spot. If he scouts his map, now let's see what his scouting is looking like. Gummibaer, he has found the choke point in the very south where 3 boars are standing, and is now going to the north, trying to find his opponent. His opponent, Borsty, he is not concerned with scouting his opponent yet. No, here he is starting to scout them. Maybe heading directly towards Gummibaer. He's building some houses. Maybe wants to do a wall off over here. On the other side of the map, Jordan 23 in yellow, the legend. What is he doing? He's sending more villagers to wood. One villager being idle, but his economy looking very solid. He's taking his second boar already, and he might be bringing in more boars. Yes, here's another boar. Now, Food Please in the red. He is having a very good start. He has 3 villagers more than Jordan 23, which is quite a significant lead at this early stage. So it looks like Jordan 23 had some idle time there in his TC. What about Gummibaer? Gummibaer 2 had idle time. He's being scouted by Jordan 23 now. Gummibaer only at 17 population and not creating any more villagers at the moment, but he already has 600 food, so he could be clicking up to the feudal age if he wanted to, but no, he prefers to stay in Dark Age, but he should create more villagers, otherwise he will fall behind his opponent, Borsty. Borsty, already 19 population, attacking the scout of Food Please. What a strong start. Just slightly behind Food Please in villagers, but ahead in scout HP. He will win this fight. If Food Please turns around and tries to fight him. Now Gummibaer is scouting Borsty and oh, he's attacking a villager. But Borsty's villagers, they have loom, so no easy pickings there for Gummibaer, who's taking his second boar as well. 570 food, 600 food. He could be clicking up as well. Has Gummibaer clicked up now? Yes, Gummibaer on the way to the feudal age. So he is ahead of Worcester. Jordan 23. No, not clicking up. Maybe. Yes, going for big walls. Jordan 23. Maybe Jordan 23 is going for a fast castle. He's 27 population and not clicking up yet. Food, please. Just advanced to the feudal age as did Gummibaer. So the team in the west off to a strong start. Both of their players in feudal age now versus 2 Dark Age players in the east. This could be dangerous for Jordan and Borsty. And Jordan losing his scout now as Food Please advances to the feudal age. And Food Please looking for blood, running towards the base of Jordan 23. His ally, Gummibaer, created a barracks, creating more houses, but not creating any other military buildings yet. So there will be no attack incoming yet from Gummibaer. Borsty, Jordan advanced now to the feudal age, and Borsty is on the way to the feudal age as well. Is Jordan going for any military? He is creating an archery range. Walling, still hunting. This could be an easy opportunity for Food Please to pick off some villagers. What is Food Please doing? He has created barracks, a blacksmith, but no other military buildings and no military coming out from the barracks. So Jordan 23 is still safe, axing where Food Please's scout is, feeling the heat maybe. What is he doing? He is still hunting. Does he create any archers? He is queuing up a huge amount of archers, 4 archers, and then skirmishes. He wants to strike a feudal age attack against Food Please. Starting to farm now. His economy looking very strong. 32 population. His opponent, Food Please, on 32 population as well. But Food Please not having any military yet, only now building a stable and having many villagers on gold. He could be clicking up to the castle age already, which he's doing now, yes. But he has built up a lot of wood and gold, but he's not having an archery range. And as the Franks, he probably wants to go for knights, so his economy is very imbalanced. But he is fully walled, it seems. So, is he fully walled? Yes, this wood line extending all the way to the edge of the map. So he will be safe from Jordan 23's archers if they decide to come out. What is Jordan 23 doing? His archers still in the archery range. He's not... Oh, he's housed. He's housed. That's why he cannot create more military at the moment. Housed at 40 population. Now building a house and sending out the 4 archers. Will they run straight towards Food Please? Well, Food Please has a scout parked there very cleverly at this choke point, so he will see when his opponent sends military. But Jordan 23 decides to mass his some more skirmishes before he ventures forward. On the other side of the map, we have military being created for Gummibaer. a mix of archers and spearmen, which is quite a strong composition. Only vulnerable to skirmishers in the feudal age. So he could be sending them out soon for an attack towards Borsti. Borsti is already attacking, but Borsti is making skirmishers, so this could be devastating for Gummibaer. He has the perfect counter against Gummibaer's army, but Gummibaer tries to wall, but he's too late. These walls will not go up. Gummibaer being in great danger, and meanwhile on the other side, Footplease losing his scout. This is looking very good for the team of Jordan 23 and Borsti, but as I say that, Footplease, who advanced to the castle age, has created his first knights. They have some upgrades. Of course, as the Franks' free bloodlines, they could destroy this archer army of Jordan 23. But on the other side, the skirmishers are in on the woodline of Gummibaer, and Gummibaer decides to fight with villagers. Very messy, but of course against unupgraded skirmishers, even villagers can fight them. And now he's pulling most of his villagers back and fighting with the spearmen and the archers, which is not a good choice against the skirmishers. Now, over on this side, the knights of Footplease move in onto the archers and skirmishers, and Jordan 23, he knows he can't fight this, and he tries to run back towards his archery range, not creating the spearmen. He could be creating spearmen now. Now he's queuing them up to fend off these knights, but I think all of these archers will go down as they are trapped. And over there, on the other side, Gummibaer was able to clean up these skirmishes of Borsti, but he sure took some losses. So Borsti definitely ahead on in the south of the map for the team Jordan and Borsti, but on the other side now Jordan falling behind Footplease, but Jordan is almost up to the castle age as well. What will he go for? Will he go for knights? Will he go for crossbows? It looks like he will be going for crossbows, as he has queued up a lot of archers, and he might want to build a second archery range to create more military. Maybe also go for pikemen. He's creating more spearmen, so those will be able to fend off the knights of Footplease, which are very well upgraded now. Is Jordan going for any extra town centers? Not yet. Not yet. Many villages on gold. And now the knights of Footplease pressure the walls of Jordan, and Jordan sending over his archers, but these archers will not be able to fight the knights, and Footplease is in and is killing villagers. This is very dangerous for Jordan, as Footplease has to run away because Jordan has created his own knights, but these knights are in the base of Jordan now, and the villagers are running and going down, and this is so messy. What an attack by Footplease. Jordan looks to be in big trouble. He has to ring his town bell. Now the pikeman upgrade is in, so now he should be able to fend off these knights. And if he... no, he's not re-walling. If he were to re-wall his base, he could trap Footplease's knights, but he's not doing so yet. Now he's building the gate, but the knights just managed to slip out, and yes, one last knight has been trapped, so Footplease only losing 2 knights. Now on the other side, a huge skirmish from Borsasar against against Gummibaer. Gummibaer massively pressuring Borsasar with a feudal age army. Now that the tide has turned, and on both sides now Team Gummibaer and Footplease is ahead. Borsasar scrambling up a tower. Hopefully that should be enough to defend, but Gummibaer, he could just station his army underneath the tower. No, instead he's moving in on the woodline. This is so messy. Although this lumber camp needs replacement, and the villagers are just running away and not collecting resources. What is Borsasar looking like? He has a very messy economy. His skirmishers should be able to defend, but he's so distracted by Gummibaer's attacks. And now Jordan 23 has to send help, sending knights, sending archers, sending pikemen may be an overreaction, as now Gummibaer's army is already cleared out when Jordan arrives. So maybe they're gathering their forces here to launch an attack at Gummibaer. Is Gummibaer ready for this? Borsazar, of course, also advanced to the Castle Age now. Gummibaer advanced to the Castle Age, and Gummibaer going for crossbows with decent upgrades. Still missing Botkin arrow though, as Jordan's army is moving in. His knights, his pikemen, his crossbows. What a disaster! I don't think Gummibaer can defend against this, and he rings the town bell. But now Borsty bringing skirmishes. They will be able to take down Gummibaer's knights, and on the other side, massive attack on Jordan as Food Police's knights rush in, breach the walls. Town bell is rung for Jordan as well, and just the knights massacring the villagers. On the other side, Gummibaer's army has been cleared out. He managed to re-wall. No, there's still a gap. So both Gummibaer's and Jordan's bases under massive attack. Jordan tries to get up a town center at the stone, but it's too late. The knights are already there, slaughtering the villagers, slaughtering his crossbowmen. And on the other side, similar situation for Gummibaer, who ringing his town bell now. Elite skirmishers, still unupgraded otherwise, in his wood line, so the villagers can actually fight them. But they're now running so many idle villagers for Gummibaer. Let's look at the population. Gummibaer is at 52 population. His opponent, the Gummibaer, Borsty is on 50 population as well, 52. On the other side, Jordan under massive pressure. Oh no, knights slaughtering his villagers, trying to fight the villagers, but only now his knights and pikemen arrive. Jordan 23, 34 population. He has been decimated by Food Police's attacks. Look at this battlefield, so many corpses. But he got the walls back up. Maybe he should fortify that with stone wall. Created some militia. Probably misclicks should be pikemen. I assume he's creating more militias. Oh no, he should create pikemen instead. This must be a mistake. Also creating more knights. He still has quite a lot of resources to create armies, so he might be able to defend. Meanwhile, Foot Police on the way to the Imperial Age. Now losing a knight to the monk of Jordan 23. Foot Police having an extra town center to the south of his base. Many farms, has the economy looking strong, has not been disturbed of course for the entirety of the game, except for this one attack by Jordan that was stopped by his knights, and now building a siege workshop. As soon as he will hit the Imperial Age, he will probably upgrade his knights to Cavalier, and then Jordan 23 will be in big trouble. And there's still knights roaming around in the back of Jordan 23's base. And there's a monk now of Food Police walking through the base of Borsty. Is any other player on the way to the Imperial Age? Let us see. Is Borsty on the way up as Food Police reaches Imperial Age? No. The monk going down to the elite skirmishers. Borsty has the resources, but he's not clicking up. He should either click up to the Imperial Age or maybe send some resources to his ally, Jordan, who is struggling and ringing the town bell again. In the south, another battle. Crossbows, cavalry, archers, and pikemen of Gummibaer. Not many upgrades, unfortunately, but also Borsty's elite skirmishers are not upgraded, so still, these skirmishers should be able to repel Gummibaer's army, and Gummibaer rightfully retreats. Is Gummibaer on the way up? He's not, but he has enough resources as well to click up, and only Jordan 23 is struggling for food, as knights are raiding him and his army a bit out of position. Tons of knights from now cavaliers from Food Police. This is this is looking very dicey for Jordan 23 as his army very slowly moves in, and it all depends if he can get enough conversions to repel this attack. And yes, one cavalier being converted, 2 cavaliers being converted, that could be enough to repel Food Police's attack. But what is Food Police doing behind this? He's massing more cavaliers, creating mangonels, creating an extra stable, and his cavaliers are still waiting in the back, still raiding. And now Jordan moves back his army. Now he needs to engage here. He needs to finish off these cavaliers, otherwise he will lose more villagers. He's creating more crossbowmen. He's a lot of gold, a lot of wood, but no food. If he were to create some more farms, he could be going up to the Imperial Age. And Borsty now sending help, sending his skirmishers, but skirmishers against fully upgraded cavaliers. It's a poor match, and maybe he should send his skirmishers over to his opponent Gummibaer instead, who is creating cavalry archers and crossbowmen, which would be easily destroyed by Borsty's elite skirmishers. But neither Borsty nor Gummibaer launching any big attack at the moment. Maybe this force will move forward through these beautiful gates here from Gummibaer, but he will meet stone walls from his opponent, Borsty. Now another monk of Food Police running in the base of Jordan 23, and here some villages of Jordan have been slaughtered by the cavaliers of Food Police. Now Food Police creating mangonels, attacking the archery range, attacking the crossbowmen. It's Jordan seeing that, oh no, he's losing crossbowmen. Yeah, he should retreat and maybe send his knights to finish off that other mangonel. A bit of a stalemate at the moment. This would be an opportunity for Jordan to advance to the Imperial Age, but he's still lacking the food, waiting for the next attack of Food Police. He's now attacking the gate going down extremely quickly. Once again, cavaliers are in. Meanwhile, on the other side, Gummibaer massing army, creating a town center in the middle of nowhere. That is quite surprising. And the cavaliers are in and fighting. It looks like Jordan got more conversions, but it doesn't matter. The monks go down. It's too many cavaliers. No, he's could just be able to repel them. As his town center is shooting the cavalier, monks are healing, and his knights and converted cavaliers are killing the cavaliers. He is just able to fend off the onslaught of Jordan of Food Police. Now Food Police has upgraded to Onager. Very strong upgrade. These crossbowmen don't stand a chance against Onager, but he should not suicide the cavaliers. Sending more forward. Should mass his army first and then attack. Yes. Here they go. So this town center for Jordan 23 could fall soon if more cavaliers and onagers are being sent. What is Gummibaer doing on the other side? Gummibaer has built a castle close to the walls of Borsty, massing army. Is Gummibaer advancing to the next age? No, still not. He has an incredible amount that he could use to advance to the Imperial Age. Instead he's creating barracks now to go for pikemen, I assume. Here they are. Should give them some upgrades. Now a monk by Food Police transporting a relic to the edge of the map. And on the front he has been repelled again by Jordan's forces. The game is proceeding at a very slow pace at the moment. Let's look at the population. 96 for Gummibaer, 115 for his opponent Borstasar, who is now advancing to the Imperial Age. This will be this could be turning the tide for his team. Jordan 23, his ally, Still low on resources, but he got up a castle now. Is he creating any berserkers? No, he is creating pikemen at the moment. And only 67 population. He has been severely hit by Food Police's constant attacks, and Food Police 80 population. So also quite behind his opponent Borsty, but he was up to Imperial Age, and although he doesn't have much army, his army is quite strong and is now attacking again Jordan 23. He's losing cavaliers to conversion, and he has to retreat again. His onagers retreat. His cavaliers are destroyed. He has enough resources to create more cavaliers and onagers, which he should do now. But he is queuing up scout cavalry instead and upgrading them to light cav. Not sure what that is about. Maybe he thinks that he needs to save gold. And Borsty has advanced to the Imperial Age. What is he doing? What is his plan? How is his resources looking like? Very strong. A lot of gold, a lot of wood, not much food though. He needs a bit more farms. And creating a ton of elite skirmishers that are now inside his castle. He has started to upgrade them with fletching. Second castle, he's creating mangonels, and he is ready to launch an attack onto Gummibaer's castle, and he has upgraded his rams to capped ram. This is a very strong attack. I don't think Gummibaer can defend against these huge forces, but Gummibaer has created a longsword man, several longsword men, and they could destroy the ram as Borsty's skirmishers are out of position, but now the mangonels are moving in, but being shot down by the castle. This is not a good engagement for Borsty, as he loses all of his mangonels, only one being alive. There's two rams still alive, attacking the castle, but they're being attacked by berserks now and pikemen, and Gummibaer fends off Borsty. But Borsty now creating traps, so with trebuchets he should be able to destroy the castle and advance onto Gummibaer's positions. On the other side, another attack of Food Police being repelled by Jordan 23. These monks really worth their money. They have converted a lot of cavaliers already. In fact, let's check how many cavaliers have been converted. So eight conversions for Jordan 23, which is quite a lot, and probably explaining why he's able to hold against his opponent who is in the Imperial Age. But Jordan now also advancing to the Imperial Age, so now maybe they Jordan and Borsty's team can turn the tide of this battle. They are more than 1,000 points behind Gummibaer and Food Police's team, and there are now some cavaliers, some trade cards being sent from Hellblazer, from Jordan 23, from Food Police to Gummibaer, but he's sending them to the university instead of the market. Now, of course, they're not able to trade if you send them to the university. They need to be sent to the market. Does Gummibaer have a market? Here is the market. So Food Police didn't find the market, sent him to the university, and now they're parked there. They will not bring him any gold, nor will his monk that is stranded in the north of the map with that relic. Jordan now preparing more army. Food Police's army weakened quite a bit by the addition of these light cavalry. Is he out of gold? As he's suiciding some light cavalry. He has a lot of gold saved up. But he decides not to create any more cavaliers. So he's building an archery range now. Maybe he is scared of the pikemen of Jordan 23. On the other side, the castle was shot down by the trebuchets, but Borsty not deciding to move any further. He's probably scared by that big army of Gummibaer. He has quite a few berserks now, and pikemen and longswordsmen are quite a strong mixture of infantry. Now upgrading to two-handed swordsman. He should also upgrade some, give him some defense upgrades. And he's creating trebuchets as well now. So he is ready to strike back onto Borsty. Jordan arrived in the Imperial Age. What will he upgrade? He's creating trebuchets. He wants to take down that castle of Food Please. He is not upgrading halberdiers yet. He's creating more pikemen. Is he doing anything else? No, he's just creating trebuchets and pikemen at the moment. Maybe this would be the time for the halberdier upgrade. The trade cards now moving for Food Please. Have they found the mark? No. Still one trade card standing at the university. They're now going back to the base of Food Please. Do they have any gold with them? Oh, Paladin upgrade. The Paladin upgrade has come in for Food Please. And he sends them to the base. Does he send them to Jordan or to Borsty? To Jordan, it seems. He wants to strike from the back. He cannot break the front of Jordan, so he decides to attack him in the back, and he's just waiting for now. Can Jordan see them? Jordan can see them, so he immediately reacts by placing houses there to stop them from getting in. Where is the villager? He's placed the house foundations, but no villager coming yet to wall, and he's moving his entire army now to defend against these cavaliers. But meanwhile, on the front, Food Please launching an attack. Maybe these cavaliers are just a distraction to bind the army of Jordan 23. Now, houses are not being built, and also the army is not attacking the walls, and one cavalier being converted now by the monk of Jordan 23. No reaction of Food Please. He started to mix in hand cannons. Now he loses a paladin to conversion. Still doesn't attack the walls. In the front, a paladin, a light cavalry moving in on traps, not being able to take it down. And again, Jordan 23 is able to defend. This is quite an impressive defense, but now his castle, now he's sending more villagers to repair, so his castle will not go down for now. More hand cannons being created by Food Please. So he's changing his army composition, adding more hand cannons, and oh no, all his paladins and his light cavalry are going down to the arbalests of Jordan 23. Is this game finally turning into the favor of Jordan and Borsty, as the push of Food Please has been stalled? Jordan is getting stronger and stronger at 160 population now. His opponent, Food Please, only on 111, so Jordan overtaking Food Please. On the other side, Borsty, an impressive 166 population, and he is now engaging with halberdiers against this attack force of Gummibaer, who is attacking with 5 trebuchets the walls of Borsty, fighting against halberdiers and elite skirmishers from Borsty. Not many upgrades, so these infantry units from Gummibaer could do quite some damage, but they also are lacking a lot of upgrades. Now the trebuchets are attacking the skirmishers, taking them down. Meanwhile, champion being upgraded by Gummibaer, so they should do very well against that trash army of Borsty. Borsty also mixing in some cavaliers, which in turn could destroy the army of Gummibaer if he manages to mass more of them. Now fortified walls coming in. from Borsti. He seems to be intent on defending. He's just wants to hold his position, whilst his ally Jordan 23 can hopefully make some advancements onto Footplease. And indeed, he has taken out the castle from Footplease. Footplease's traps going down, a lone villager standing there not knowing what he should do, and Jordan massing more and more arbalasts and pikemans. Of course, our Vikings, I think they do not get halberdier, that's why he didn't upgrade them. And he's now moving in against Footplease's stables. No resistance from Footplease. What is Footplease up to? Footplease. He's having some villagers on the top, he's creating more paladins, but there might not be enough against the mass of pikemen that Jordan is sending, and the arbalists as well. Almost fully upgraded arbalists now. His hand cannons are very good against the pikemen, but not as good against the arbalists. But he's some scout cavalry or light cavalry from Footplease trying to raid Borsti, but Borsti is well prepared and fending them off with his cavaliers. And the traps of Gummibaer just attacking the walls. He needs to move forward. He needs to attack the castle and break these walls of Borsti. The trade now has finally started for Footplease, as he has found the market of his ally, and only 3 trade cards still hanging out at the university. No trade, it seems, for any of the other players yet, and but Jordan is making quite some good gains on the choke point. He's advancing, taking out all the stables, 3 trebuchets, and too many arbalists and pikemen for Footplease to engage. And these hand cannons will just go down to all the arbalists, and Footplease is out of gold, so he cannot create many more paladins or hand cannons. He's creating another castle, but will this be enough? These trebuchets could just take the castles down again, and he doesn't have the gold for many more traps. Only 1 trebuchet being created. He does have some relics though. He has 1 relic. Do any of the other players have relic? Let's see. Does Jordan 23? He could have a relic for sure. He has 4 monks in his monastery. No relic, of course. Monks in the monastery, they do not give gold. Only relics give gold, and he has tons of idols. Not sure what they were doing. Farmers, they were farmers. His lumber camps, well, he is replenishing the lumber camps, but could do with some more. So he's chopping through the wood line. Paladins now going into the base from Borsti, and his cavalry is moving back. So the raid of Footplease could actually do some damage, and maybe this will give Gummibaer the opportunity to move in, who has taken down one of the castles, or in fact the only castle of Borsti, and now taking down Borsti's barracks, taking down his army. He has created quite well upgraded cav archers. Only brace are missing, so this will be very difficult for Borsti to defend. Now Gummibaer taking the overall score lead, but on the other side, Footplease still struggling very much against the army of Jordan 23. These arbalists just very strong. Still 3 trebuchets. Jordan 23 at 145 pop. The trebuchet of Footplease moving forward directly into the army of of Jordan, as Footplease's castle goes down. Is this the end of Footplease? His trebuchet not being repaired, very messy, almost no but getting a lucky strike now on one of the trebuchets on Jordan 23, and Jordan 23 definitely making his comeback now, getting the upper hand over Footplease. Footplease only at 100 pop. He cannot stand up against Jordan 23. Just doesn't have enough gold. But on the other side, the base of Borsty being absolutely gutted by Gummibaer's army, and Gummibaer's army, Gummibaer taking a convincing population lead. 200 population for Gummibaer. His traps are in the middle of Borsty's base, and only 22 population for Borsty. Borsty is almost dead. What a convincing victory by Gummibaer over Borsty. Is this the game deciding attack? Is Gummibaer just winning the game? Still some paladins in the back. Borsty has managed to collect a relic. 6 trebuchets by Gummibaer, taking down all the buildings. And Borsty, what is he doing? Is he creating mangonels? They are getting in some excellent shots against these cav archers. Looking... Oh no, so many mangonels! All the cav archers are going down. What a massacre. Is this a comeback for Borsty? Maybe, but his population is still very low, and Gummibaer still at 170 population after losing all of his cav archers to these mangonels. Now his trebuchet is attacking the last farms. He should now move them forward towards Jordan's base to help out his ally Food Police, who has now just managed to hold against Jordan 23. Still Jordan 23, 120 pop against 144 population by Food Police now. So Food Police surprisingly getting the upper hand again, and his elite skirmishers have worked to repel Jordan 23. So maybe it was a good thing that he was out of gold, so he had to go for a different army composition, and these elite skirmishers very strong against the entire army of Jordan 23 that mostly was composed of pikemen and arbalest. Now mixing in his own skirmish, but a few paladin of Foot Police could then be enough to break the army of Jordan 23, and the tide of the battle has turned once again. Borsty, does he have any villagers remaining? Or yes, he was able to flee with 2 villagers into the base of his ally Jordan, but Jordan now under massive pressure, pressured from the left by Food Police's skirmishers, who is retreating. These players are very cautious. They don't want to risk any battle they might lose. Retreating a lot. And from the south, Gummibaer now advancing toward Jordan's base. Can Jordan see that? And how will he react? Of course, his allies almost taken out, but he's walling. That is excellent. Borsty is walling off the army of Gummibaer, who is sending some turkeys along with his infantry. But he will be he'll find stone walls. He cannot get into the base, and Borsty now walling more, whilst Jordan is focusing on fending off the attack of Food Police. So Food Police bringing in a second trebuchet. That should be enough to finally take down that castle that has stopped his attacks for the entirety of this game. Meanwhile, in the south, the wall has been breached, and the first pikemen and champions and turkeys can run into Jordan 23's base. Trebuchets still attacking the wall, could move forward now as well, and Jordan 23 completely surrounded by Food Police in the west, by Gummibaer in the south. Borsty still trying to rebuild his economy, but Borsty still only at 2 populations, so these are just only 2, now creating a 3rd villager, 3 villagers, as the paladins of Food Police are in, and this should be the game. I don't think Jordan can fight against both Gummibaer and Food Police, and I expect the GG any moment now, as Borsty desperately tries to wall more, But these walls will not last very long once Gummibaer's traps come in, or the onagers. And Jordan resigns without giving the GG. What about Borsty? Borsty is still hanging on, but he is at 5 population. He could resign as well now. The game is over. What a convincing performance by Gummibaer and Food Please. Gummibaer taking out his opponent, Borsty, and then surrounding the remaining opponent, Jordan. Gummibaer's army coming from the south. Food Please army from the west, and Jordan is forced to resign. Only Borsty, a few villages of Borsty remain desperately walling. But the gate is open. These paladins could run in now. But it seems Food Please is focusing elsewhere. Now, slowly, Gummibaer's army move forward as well. They're still focused on destroying the castle of Jordan. They should move to the north now to attack these villages of Borsty. Will the first paladin is through? The gate is open. It's been left open. I'm not sure why the gate is left open. There's no unit standing. Now it's closed, but that one paladin is in, and Borsty trying to create a watchtower as these villagers of Jordan are running. Where are they running? Thought Jordan was defeated, but his village is still active, and that tower not going up now. Only the last villager of Borsty going down, and only that the town center keeping him alive. And once that town center goes down, now he's resigning. Borsty has resigned. What a convincing victory for Gummibaer and Food Please. Congratulations to the red player in the north and the green player in the south, taking down the legend himself, Jordan 23, and his expert waller, his ally Borsty, who has been able to fend off Gummibaer for an hour, I think. But eventually Gummibaer manages to break him, and he and his ally take the game. What a good game. Now with that I'm tapping out, and let's have a look at the achievement. We have score lead for Gummibaer, military stats, Hellblazer or Food Please is leading here with 500 units killed, and Jordan 23 losing 400 units. Jordan 23 converting 12 units. That's how he was able to fend off Food Please for so long. We have largest army for Gummibaer, 98. That was quite impressive. And Gummibaer also destroying the most buildings. Economy wise, Food Please was leading mostly, except with wood. And Food Please was also the only player to have trade profit of 3,000 gold. Technology stats, well, all the players managed to advance to the Imperial Age, but Food Please being significantly faster. Relic gold, only Food Please collected a relic. Gummibaer is leading in the villagers. That's how he was able to afford his huge army. And looking at the timeline, we have quite an even game until around an hour and 10 minutes, where Gummibaer crushes Borsty, and then Jordan 23 cannot stand up to two opponents at once and has to resign. What a good game! With that, I'm tapping out. See you at the next game.